Yes, you do have the power, guys. Welcome. This is the Dr. General Method, and I'm back, guys. Today is going to be a special day. Well, honestly, I think every day is a special day. But today's going to be a special day. We're going to talk about business. Normally talk about Motivational Monday. Now we're going to talk about business. The name of this program is, the title of the show is going to be How to Create the Mindset of the Super Rich to Create Success in Your Business. Right? I have been an honor and the privilege of working with some of the smartest people in the world. But before I do start, I want to thank everybody for joining me. It's today. It could be day, morning, night, even in the car, on the airplane, whatever it is. Thank you. Thank you for taking time of listening to me to give some of my knowledge of what I've learned in the last 3 decades of working with some of the top minds in the world, from the late Chet Holmes to Tony Robbins and all the Tony Robbins family, from Gary Vee, Brendan Burchard, Keith Cunningham, Scott Harmon, the list goes on. So much appreciative. I'm not saying this to brag about you, but I'm just telling you who I am, right? The first, guys, I want to start off always with a couple gifts that I do have, because the outcome is you can benefit from this show and make this show, and I want to make this show magnificent. So the first gift that I want to give you guys first is to have fun. So when I say have fun, what does that mean to you? All right. So most CEOs that I work with, or most business owners, or more people trying to start a business, when I find out what they really have right now is they have stress and they got worry and not paying the bills and the payroll and the economy and all. I want to stop it. Calvin and I take this away. If you're old school like me, you know what that means. And if not, just stop that behavior. But what I do, I want to bring back the passion and the excitement that you want to start this business in the first place. How you want to just to control and dominate in each and every area. But then what happens is things took place. You saw how hard it was, and you forgot to have fun. Think about it when you're a kid. When you had fun, oh my God, I remember back in the day, man, I used to play outside. This before you had little video games, right? I had to play outside and have fun and play. And I grew up in Indiana, right? So I had a family of 9 siblings, and we had a huge neighborhood, right? And we'd play outside and write cops and robbers and do all these crazy stuff, but we had fun. What I found out, when we get to a certain age, we stop having fun. Then everything becomes serious and X, Y, and Z. Here goes. So guys, the next 20, 30 minutes, I want you guys to have fun. Now, after this show or after this podcast, you can go back to your boring, mundane life, but just for the show. I want you to have fun. Can you have fun? Yes or yes? I heard you. I heard a yes. Beautiful. The second gift, take action now. When you hear something that you can use in your business, in your personal life, whatever, stop it, take action, and use it. Here's what I hear about a whole lot of people, right? A lot of people, they don't take action. They say, this is a great idea. One time I went to a time management seminar, and I thought it was phenomenal. I said, it was a Stephen Covey, right? And I'm like, I'm going to use this, I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it. The next day, yeah, I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use it. The next year, yeah, I'm going to use it. I never used it, right? So what I found out from my challenges and my things is that I didn't take action. So now when I hear something, I like something, I take action immediately right now. Because that's what's going to give me the success. And my third gift is allow me to be your coach and your mentor. What's a coach? What's a mentor? Right? You're right. I heard somebody say, a coach is I can coach you on different areas to work on and to improve, and the mentors have been there and done that. Absolutely right. A coach, I can coach you how to be a great parent. I can train you how to grow your business and then double your profit in less than 120 days. I can show you I can coach you on different things of aspects about your business to make it grow. Being a mentor, I've been there and I've done that. I've worked with partnership with Tony Robbins and Chet Holmes for almost 10 years. I was one of the lead guys or the head guys when it came to vice president consultants, as well as business coaching. Trained literally all their staff after I came out back in 2009. So I have worked with Fortune 500 companies, smaller companies, larger companies, mid-sized companies, right? The companies that was making less than $1 million, that's 95% of the companies, to be honest with you, right? Then people were making 1 to 5 million, or 1 to 10 million, Fortune 500 companies. The list goes on, right? I had an honor and privilege, guys, of working in the mental health field for, geez, 2 or 3 decades. And what my specialty is working with problem teenagers. And nowadays, and is the funny part, or maybe the ironic part is, I'm working with problem businesses right now. People have the exact same behaviors as their teenager does, except for it's disguised at a different way. So, for example, if they didn't take care of the anger or the worry or the depression of the ADE or the ADD or else the behavior is issues, it's just transformed now into they're an adult. Now what I got to do, I have to deal with the same issues, which is fine. The cool thing about it, since I've studied and since I have a PhD in philosophy, with emphasis in psychology, I understand the human mind. I worked in it for many decades already, right? So that's fun, right? But a lot of times, right, when I work with businesses, the people who can't deal with mental health issues, right, and people like me is only the top 1%. I think 1% of the business coaches that we have, executive business coaches that we have, can be the clinical psychologist / business coach and to grow your company. But we're like the rare people who can actually do all that. On the mental health side, I have every certification that you can actually think of: NLP, master trainer, is cognitive therapy, DBT, motivational interview. Literally everything that came across that I took it because I wanted to figure out how to actually work with people and have have them go further faster, right? So, so I am the why guy and then I'm the how guy, because why is my business is running right, and I can go up with the how. Is how can we improve it? But the first thing that we always work on is mindset and mental health. Once we work on that, everything else comes in place, right? Guys, we are live. We're at 833-375-6466. Again, we're at 833-375-6466. If you have any questions, any concerns, please call in, guys. I would love to take your feedback and your message so you can actually ask me whatever that you want to ask me. Beautiful. So what this show is about, when I talk to business owners, right, and talk about their mindset, here's some of the issues that they have. They have hiring issues, time management, sales systems, sales processes, how to work with the websites and SEO, creating systems, creating what I call a profit station to actually grow your business. Remember when we focus on, as a kid, you have to have multiple streams of income to actually grow your business, right? To do anything. What happened if you can create what I call a profit station, which is multiple streams of income in your own business? Then we focus on mindset. We focus on the employee culture. We focus on issues of to work in your business. Most folks work in their business, not on their business. It's a big difference. If you work in your business, you're going to maintain it. But if you work on your business, and check this out, small time, 2-3 hours per week, work on a specific thing to grow your business will take off. But a lot of times people don't have that actually mindset. No, people don't actually have that type of mindset. This program is about mindset, how to create a winning mindset to make your business grow, right? And I've worked with, in the last 25 years, over 10,000 businesses worldwide. And I've done some study and some research to figure out why are some businesses successful and other businesses just eking by. And I was noticing the pattern, right? And we all have a pattern. Anything that we do is a pattern, right? You can be around negative people and you can figure out what that pattern is, or be around positive people, and then the pattern is different, right? So here it goes. Have you ever been around rich people? I mean rich people. Even the super rich people, right? Have you checked out their language patterns? What do they focus on? They focus on opportunity. They never talk about lack of money. They never talk about paying the bills. They think that what they focus on is opportunity. How can I take my situation and make it better? Lack is not inside their vocabulary. They talk about the trust fund. They they talk about completely different things. Most rich people they talk about legacy. How can I create a legacy? Look at the late Chet Holmes. If you don't know him, phenomenal guy. I had a partnership with him for 10 years almost. What he focused on, his legacy is he wrote a book called The Ultimate Sales Machine. Yeah, so that's the guy, exactly. Um, he had a legacy that, died young at 54 years young. But he had a legacy that's going to live on for generations to come. Anybody that's in business. Um, have known him or heard from him and people who work with him, like myself, it was an honor and privilege, right? But he leaves a legacy, right? And so they think about legacy. How can you leave a legacy? See, here it goes. People focus on leaving inheritance. Here's the sad thing about it. That goes away. A legacy is permanent. So you can leave this to your kids. And if you have a legacy that also can create cash or have a way to actually continue is creating the cash flow, your whole world changes now, right? So, but what I'm saying is, what is your legacy? And they talk about opportunity. Okay, how can we invest? How can we diversify or allocate our assets? Right? Their speaking is completely different. I used to hang around my rich friends, and they didn't talk about lack of money, not having money, not being broke. Right? I mean, they always talked about having enough, having more than enough. So I want you guys to stop and think. When you talk about your business, do you talk about it in doom and gloom? Or do you talk about it that your business is growing, it's blowing up, man? You're having so many clients. How are you speaking about your business? Because we can speak things in existence, good or bad. Give you another great example with that little same thing that I just talked about, right? I worked with adolescents for 2 decades, right? I was working with them. Some of the parents, they come from a different social class. And they'll say, "Oh, you'd be just like your dad, a bum. Just like your dad, a bum. Just like your dad, a bum." But guess what happened? They grew up just like their dad. What? A bum. Because you speak things in existence. What are you speaking over your business? Uh, are you planting? Every time you speak over your business, you're planting seeds. If you plant seeds of negativity, those are going to grow. If you plant seeds of positively, they're going to grow. Because what you do, you put the water on it and the sunshine on it and the fertilizer on it. And if it's bad, you go, "Oh my God, my business is terrible, guys. I don't know how it's going to take the whole 9 yards," right? And guess what happened? Now you put in fertilizer. Now you put in water on, and now that's growing. So here it goes. Have you ever been around poor people? Or people that's not making no money, right? Have you figured out their language patterns? Oh my God. Here it goes. I'm broke. I have no money. It's tight. Money is the root of all evil, right? People with money, I don't like them. Wow, right? Oh, I can't make it. It's hard. The economy is terrible. Okay, really? So if you have all this negativity, what's going to take place, guys? Think about it. Just stop and think about this. Yeah, exactly. And when they and the identity of that they give them, I'm a small business. Really? I'm a minority business. Wow. So you're small, meaning that, well, then you can't make it. Minority meaning that you're less than everybody else. So how can you grow inside your business? Remember, guys, your words, thoughts are creative. So the words you use about your business is going to create the destiny what's going to take place. That's just the first layer. And of course, you have to do the right activity, have new voices. And that's why people hire executive business coaches is like myself. Because here's what I do. I know you, like me, you want to have the best for your business, but the only way of that you can have the best for your business is changing your language patterns and how you can get new voices, right? So I guess, have you ever read a book? I know you guys probably have. Most of you guys have. You should have. Called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I love that book. I've been reading that book for the last 30 years, right? But here's why. So if you read chapter 4, it's called Auto Suggestion. If you haven't read it, check it out. You'll get it on YouTube or anything else, right? It's a cool book, right? But with auto suggestions, what they say in that book right there is, when you say things, statements, you say things with feelings, with emotions, so it gets inside the subconscious mind. You say it each and every day, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, because you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. Because, as I said when I did the example earlier, right? When I'm working with adolescents and teens, some social classes would say you're going to be a loser just like your dad. And we'll say it with feelings, with emotions, and guess what happened? They became that way. Here's my challenge. If you haven't read The Think and Grow Rich, if you read it, congratulations. If you haven't read it in the last 6 months, read it again, especially in chapter 4. And say a statement with feelings and with emotions so it gets inside your subconscious mind so you can make that change inside your business. Because it's all about mindset. If you don't have the proper mindset to grow your business, you're not going to grow your business. Right? That's just how it actually takes place. Or a lot of people say, I remember I had this example, right, in one of my classes. I said that mother asked a child, "Hey man, can you get your salt?" And the kid said, "I don't see the salt, Mom. I don't see it. Don't see it at all." Mother said, "Well, what do you mean? It's right in front of you." "No, it's not. No, it's not." She walked, and then it was right there. And I always asked, "Well, why didn't I see the salt?" Because I just created a new belief system. But here it goes. We do the same thing inside our business. We tell ourselves with feelings, with emotions, that things would not work, like ourselves, like our time management, like the culture of the business, like whatever that it is. And we say this with so much feelings, with so much emotions, until we create our own destiny. Think about it. If your business is thriving, man, congratulations. And it can be better. But if your business is thriving, congratulations. But if your business is lacking or slacking, what are you saying about your business to people? People saying, "Hey, John, how's your business?" You know, I tell them, "Man, my business is blowing up. Man, we are completely jammed, man. Appointments coming in, X, Y, and Z. What am I doing? I'm speaking things in existence." And guess what happened? It takes place. If I say, "Oh man, my business is slow. I'm not sure what's going to take place. I'm not sure I'm going to pay payroll." Well, how's my staff going to feel about the business? Are they going to be feeling secure? Are they going to work even harder? Or else they're going to now look for a different job? Does that make sense? So what I found out that most successful people use incantations to condition their conscious mind. Again, though, read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I looked at a lot of people that I literally admire, man. I literally admire these guys. Like I looked at Joel Osteen. You know, if you he's out of Houston. He got incantations of that he say like, "I'm the head, not to tell. I'm the lender, not to borrow. God's wealth." You know, so he says different things. And then he say, "I'm the head, not to tell. I'm the lender, not to borrow." But then he says, "The favor of God is going to bless me in each and every way." And he said this for 15, 20 minutes a day. Tony Robbins, oh my God, love this guy. Tony say, "God's will for circling in in my life. His wealth flows an avalanche of abundance. All my needs, desires, goals, and instantaneously through you, infinite intelligence. I'm one with God, and God is everything. And he sees his jet, or he sees $1 billion, whatever that he sees, and he feels it, and he feels grateful, and he thanks God. Joseph McClendon, right? I did an interview with him. I've been working with him since 1995, right? There's a lot of people that use this. Tony Robbins, he was doing his incantations started off with $3,000 per month. Then he was making $80,000 in less than 9 months. Joel Osteen, you see where it took him. No, this guy was not even a preacher, right? In the last 20 years, he got homes, airplanes. He doesn't even take money. It's from the church. Like him or not, I love him. I think he's great. Joseph McClendon, he's a head trainer for Tony Robbins' organization. He speaks on day 2 and day 4 and does seminars, workshops worldwide himself. He's killing it, right? Here's what I have to say. What's yours? Do you have an incantation? Do you have something with feelings and with emotions that that's going to change your subconscious? Or here it goes. What would happen if you do this in your business? Say something with feelings, with emotions, until you can create success. Adopt a language pattern of the super rich. Like, I'm rich, I have so much money. And money comes to me, oceans of abundance. Everything I touch, prosper and succeeds. I'm the head that's telling them to borrow. I can do what I say I can do. My message gets better and better because people find me attractive because I got the favor of God. Whatever it is, what would happen if you would say this over and over and over again? Don't you think it would change your business? Change who you are? I do this for about an hour a day. And every client that I work with, I show them how to do the exact same thing. I worked with a Pacific client out of the UK, Waste Management as company, and he was doing decent when I got him, like maybe $2 million. He had about 40% profit, net profit. And he started doing this, and in 8 months, he was at 120% net profit. And his business just blew up. Why? Because he was feeding his nervous system. He was changing his mindset. Are you doing these things? Are you changing your mindset? Or are you letting society do it for you? I challenge you guys, if you guys need any more help with this concept that we just talked about, I do offer free sessions. My website is www.drjohnoda.com. So it's drjohnoda.com. So it's www.drjohnoda.com. Phone number is 833 375-6466. So it's 833-375-6466. And we deal with a lot of different things. We deal with business coaching. We just talked about life coaching, parenting teams. That's my passion. We do digital marketing, PR, technology. If you need a speaker at your next event, let me know, and I would love to go there, give a speech, and actually rock the house. So let's do an overview of what we just talked about so we can all be on the same page. The outcome of the whole thing is to change your language patterns that you have and to change it like the rich or the super rich, right? And to do that, sometimes we have our negativity, or sometimes what I believe in, we need to have everybody. There's 2 things. There's BDD, that's bulldog determination, or what the late Chet Holmes said, PhD, pighead is the discipline. Is it going to rain on your parade? Absolutely. Is it going to be hard? Absolutely. If things are going to be hard, man, it's going to be hard. It really is. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be hard. The mindset part is going to be hard as a dog. You're going to start doing these things. It's going to feel weird. You're going to go, oh my God, this guy's crazy. But 2023 to me is consistency. I need to do this on a consistent basis because that's how I'm going to actually grow. consistency, right? Can I have the bulldog determination or pig-headed is discipline to make sure that this stuff's taking place, right? But I want to change my mindset. So people ask me about how my business is doing. Hey man, I'm saying, hey, my business is fabulous, huh? And I tell people, I said, listen to me, my business is doing phenomenal. As a business owner, I do want it to get better. I need to work on the systems. I need to work on getting new voices. I need to work on getting new staff members. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for business coaches. If you guys know somebody who wants to be a business coach, make crazy amount of money, get phenomenal training. I've been working with Tony Robbins and Chet Holmes for almost a decade. Um, we're looking to expand our business. But the biggest thing about it is it's all about the mindset. It's all about what you're saying. But then here it goes. You have to say it and do the right activity to make it work. And remember, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with planting a seed, right? Imagine when you plant a seed. You can plant a flower seed, plum seed, cucumber seeds. As you guys probably don't know, but my dad had a garden, about a half acre. And we used to plant his garden every year. You know, we're back in Indiana, right? So when we plant his garden, we'd have like all the stuff from the last year. So here's what people don't do, right? So when you have a garden, you have to take that garden and dig everything out, throw all the stuff out and everything else, right? So every year, are you guys cleaning out your garden? You got old stuff that should be pulled out, right? Are you plowing up new stuff, right? So what we had to do, we had to plow up the new stuff and everything else, we had to tilt the ground because Indiana's a little bit harder and stuff. But they would have every Good Friday, that's when he would plant his food, right? I don't care if it's snowing or whatever, he would still plant the food on Good Friday. I guess he learned that back when he was in Mississippi. But he would tilt his thing. And I believe the life is a garden. And that was the title of my book, Life's a Garden. But after he would tilt up the land, it was beautiful, right? Then he had to plant the seeds. And the first seeds of that he planted was the mustard greens. So one time we'd plant the mustard greens, like 6 or 7, 8 rows and stuff, plant those rows and stuff. And you say, son, do you see my greens? I'm going to eat these in 2 weeks. No, take it, I'm like 9, 10 years old. I said, Dad, this is a bunch of dirt. In my head, this is only dirt. What's Dad seeing? See what he's seeing. He's speaking things in existence. I didn't know that at the time. I thought Dad was crazy, right? So, man, he would water this, talk to him. Oh, I know I'm going to eat you pretty soon. Look at that dad, oh boy, man. I said, my dad lost it, right? And at the time, he was in his early 50s at the time, right? Because there's 10 of us. And I swear, man, there's no lie. He would put fertilizer on it and everything else. Sunshine would come on it. Man, 2 weeks, we're eating those greens. But with the garden, he planted certain seeds at different times, right? So I'm going to take the analogy of business. A lot of times we see the low-hanging fruit. The low-hanging fruit to me is mustard greens. We overlook the low-hanging fruit and we try to plant collard greens, which it should be, you should plant collards like August, not April, right? But sometimes in business, we want to plant something that's going to bring us big returns. And we stop. We don't focus on the low-hanging fruit, which is the mustard greens. Because in 2 weeks, you can make money. And a lot of times in business, people, they focus on these big old projects, which it'll probably work in 3 to 5 years. But do you have the capital to actually sustain that? Probably don't, right? So to me, life is a garden. And that's how I see life, as being a huge garden. And I see my business as being in a huge garden. My low-hanging fruit is the mustard greens. That is the business coaching. That's what's bringing me in money. But then I plant. So I do have seeds of the PR media and the digital marketing and then the speaking. But those are all planted at different times. So here's the question that I have. In your business, what seeds are you planting right now? Because whatever you plant will grow. If you plant negativity, that's going to grow. If you plant positivity, that's going to grow. Whatever seed you plant in your business, could be personal and professional, is going to grow. So the question that I have right now, the businesses of that you have right now, what seeds are you planting? Are you planting the seeds of doing incantations with feelings and with emotions, and so you can grow your business? Or you're saying, no, that stuff's not going to work for me. I'm not doing that crap. It sounds good. I'm happy Tony did it. I'm happy Joe did it. Happy Joseph did it. I do it later. Again, though, if you do that, you're not taking action on it. My goal is when I do my podcast is to give people some tools to actually change the quality of your life in each and area of your life. But the only way that they can do it is if they take action. So the outcome of that I want from here is for you guys to speak and think like the super rich. Now, if you have never been around them, Google them or hang out with them or have them be part of your environment. Because when they're part of your environment, everything changes. Listen to me, I can talk forever, as you can pretty much figure that out, but I won't. I had fun. I'll be back on it again. Again, though, my website is drjohnoda.com. I am looking for coaches. If you guys know any coaches, send them my way. We do offer a free session when it comes to business coaching, life coaching, parents and teens. It's digital marketing, PR, technology. And if you're looking for a speaker at your next event, please hire me and I will actually add 10 times the value. I guarantee it. All right, guys, take care. And always God bless. Bye for now.